What's up YouTube? So guys, I'm back with another update, with a more in-depth update on the 8HP 45 swap. I will be going over a list of stuff that you would need, how it works, and what you'll need to just have it set up. So let's not wait, let's get right into it now. As you guys can see, I'm in the car already. Not straying from the topic too much, but I will be changing my steering wheel pretty soon. It's gonna be a little bit of surprise. I'm still gonna keep the stock one, but I'll definitely update you guys on the new one that's coming in. It's gonna be a little bit more racy, but it's gonna be very interesting, so stay tuned for that. So let's get into what you would need to bolt up a 8HP 45 to a 335i. You know, let's get into it, guys. Alright, so over here, guys, to the glove box. So this is called the CAN ECU. This is what controls the transmission. This is the first thing you would have to get in order to have control over the transmission, whether it's the 8HP 45, 8HP 70, 8HP 50, the list goes on, guys. You would need a controller to control the transmission in the car. So this controller is what helps the car to function with the new transmission, saying that it's not that alien, as to put it. But yeah, so that's the first thing that you would get. I got this from Scenes It Garage. It came with a lot of options on their website to use the shifter. So the option to use a shifter is on their website. I really enjoy shopping with Scenes It Garage because they have a lot of information with their products, especially if you need to get in contact with them. They are always there if you want to call them. So I reach out to them, call them to ask them about the CAN ECU. So I told them I wanted to do a setup, and this is the setup that I wanted to do. They asked me what type of shifter I wanted to use. I told them I wanted to use the M4 DCT shifter. So they pin the harness, because the harness that comes with this ECU is a plug and play harness. So you don't need to do any form of splicing or anything to have it functioning properly. So it comes as a plug and play. The only thing that you would need to do is you would need to have it wired back to the DME in a sense. So I optional for the M4 shifter. So you guys can see this comes from I think it's a 2018 M4. I bought this from eBay. You can find these anywhere on eBay, guys. So I bought that from eBay, got it, and the wiring that comes from the CAN ECU goes back to this, so it does plug and play again. The bracket that's there, this comes from I can't remember his name, but I think I'm gonna put it in the description. It is a well-known guy on the forum. He does a lot of transmission parts. I think it's Garrett or something, but I can't remember his company name at the moment. But you're also gonna need a bracket. You can get it from the CAN ECU website as well. So this bracket helps you to bolt the shifter down without any modifications to the chassis of the car. Otherwise, from that, depends on the style shifter that you guys choose, you will need to modify here to fit this, which I'm in the process of doing now. I'm gonna get this thing built to something built around it, and then wrap it in Alcantara. I will update you on that process as I get it done. I will show you how it looks, how it comes out. But as for that, that's what I'm gonna do with here, because my OEM bracket could not fit back around this area, so it has to be modified for you to get rid of this ugly ass hole that is here. Has to put it. But as far as the bracket, the bolt up, it's pretty straightforward. You just buy the bracket and buy your style shifter that you wishes to use, and it bolts straight up into the bracket and everything works. So going back to the CAN TCU, guys, the CAN TCU now, it comes with their own software. It's for you to upload their software on the CAN TCU for it to function. So you need to get a computer and have the latest Windows on it. So you go on their website, download their software, and that is where you go to set up everything that you would need to have the system function. Like, it's straightforward for me now because I understand what you had to do. I also got a little bit of help from some other persons outside of the CAN TCU forum. I did post. They also have a website that you can access their information on, which is the one that I'm talking about actually. But they have a forum on the Facebook that you can also post, and they can help you sort your issues out if you're running into issues. As far as the ECU for the CAN TCU goes, you plug it up to your computer by the USB. So this is the USB that they gave you to use. So it plugs in back into here, and this part plugs into the computer. So whenever you plug this part into the computer, this is what you're gonna use to access back the computer, to have all the information put onto that in order for your car to read it, which everything reads by CAN bus. So they will send you everything that you would need in the kit to have this plugged up, functional. You just would need to go on their website to check the wire diagram to see how everything is being installed in order for you to have it, because everything is labeled already too. As you can see here, most of this stuff that they send to you with the kit, it's a kit because it comes with everything. They're already labeled, so you just have to go on their website, and they have a lot of information there where they have the wire diagrams, and it shows you where to put everything for it to work. So that was very helpful. That helped me a lot, and I also got some help outside of that to understand. So for the tuning aspect of it, I did use their OEM tune. It was fantastic. It ran very well. As for XHP, I had run into some issues because the transmission that I'm using for this car, XHP website was not recognizing it. So when I bought the license, it was giving me issues. It was not registering. So what I had to do was I had to get another VIN from a different transmission that the XHP could recognize that VIN, and then I upload it into the CAN TCU website, which is their software, and then I put it back to the XHP, and that is a way that I got XHP to be installed on this. There is also another process that when you're doing your XHP flash, the CAN TCU needs to plug back to the laptop, and then you have your OBD, which is the MHD. It plugs back right into here, guys. So when it plugs into here, you need to have the laptop open, meaning it needs to be on, and then this would work whenever everything is connected to the laptop. So it has to work with the laptop in order for you to flash the car by XHP. and then you can do everything going forward with XHP from their website to this. There's a little bit of process you go through also to have their software work with XHP, because it's like a third party flash, so you do need to read through a little bit of stuff. But if any of you guys are a little bit confused on the setup, you guys can always leave me a comment. I'll get back to you and assist you forward with it if you need it. But it's pretty straightforward as to doing the flashes and everything for me now. I understand how it works, and that is the reason why I want to share the information with you. I know this video is a little bit long, but no one's on YouTube tends to explain the process this in depth, and it's like when I was trying to figure it out myself, it was really annoying because I couldn't find no solid information on how things work, and sometimes you do need a little bit of deeper understanding to have things figured out. So that's the reason why I'm giving you guys this video of me blobbing as to say. But yeah, this is the way that works. Going back to the transmission, which I cannot really go under the car right now, but as for the transmission, it bolts straight up, guys. The transmission bolts straight up. It's no modification needed. I also reused back my transmission bracket for the transmission mount. I reused that. There was no modification needed for that. The drive shaft, everything went back. The only issue I had was the bolt. I think two of the bolts was not. They were not. I think they were not long enough or short. I think one of them they were too tall or something, but I don't recall it. But just look out for the bolts at the top. They will look like they will not fit, but I think you need to change those bolts if you run into that issue. But as far as the bolting up goes, it's straight bolt up. There were no modification needed to the plate or anything. You do gonna need an adapter, which for the transmission cooler, which I will be dropping those in the description as well, where I got the adapter and the shifter, the bracket for the shifter. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need fluid. What else are you gonna need? So the bracket, fluid, and the adapter. Oh, and also if you do have a transmission cooler, you're gonna also need a transmission cooler with some AN lines. But that's about it, and then you have everything wired to your DME, and yeah, guys, you start to drive. Yeah, because that's what I did. After I got all those installed, fluid put into the transmission, everything was working straight off the bat after I got the program and everything sorted out. But transmission, a transmission cooler, AN lines, PTFE lines, and the transmission bracket to bolt up on the transmission, and then that's it, guys. Everything works. So I went with the 45 at the time because the 45 was available to me. I wanted to optional 4070, but it wasn't available, and I wanted the car to run because, as you guys know in my other video, that my transmission went out, which was the 6HP21. So that went out, and I had no choice but to have the car get up and running, and the 70 was going to take a long while for me to find in some sense because I was searching, didn't find it. But this one was on my island, so I just went with the 45. I'll see how the 45 goes. I need to do some dyno with this car now. I need to do some videos of it running, so those are stuff that I really need to get into, but unfortunately I have work, I have a kid, you know, but it's just the timing, so I just need to do some experiment, as to put it, and put this transmission through some some work, as to put it some work and see how it performs. But as far as the installation went, it was pretty good. Didn't run into any issues of modifying anything, and it was just a straight bolt on, guys, and it worked perfectly. As I can say, the car drive phenomenal. It was a lot quicker. First gear is useless. Second, third is where the spice is at. Fourth as well. The shifts are crispy there, especially when you flash the XHP. The shifts are very fast, guys. It's like I never have experience driving a DCT, but I have gotten information about the DCT, how it shifts and everything, and trust me, with this transmission I think this is just amazing. I think it will be much better than the DCT in sense of I see the DCT has issues of clutch slipping, and I think the 8 HPs, they don't slip, especially if you're running a 70. So it depends on the power goal that you're going with as well, which you're going to require. Might be a 70 or you can do the 45. But there are a lot of things that factor into what type of transmission you would need for your goals, guys. But I did the 40 because I wasn't doing a lot of racing like that, so you know, so I opted for the 40. On the other hand, as I say, I will definitely put this through some paces and see how it performs in another video. But I just wanted to give you guys a second update on what you would need to do the transmission swap, how it went on, you know. So the feeling is much better. The response of the transmission is way quicker. The shifts are way faster. The car gets into boost way faster into first, second gear. It's a little bit of a scary feeling, as to put it, because you have to get used to everything. I also have a LSD in my car, guys, so it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but I'm getting there slowly. But I'm looking to do a custom transmission tune very soon with Rob. I know maybe some of you guys will know him. I did transmission tune with him for the 8 HP 21. It was fantastic. But as far as the 8 HP 45, it's been fantastic. It's been really great, and I have no complaints. I'm just trying to learn it a little bit more based on my single turbo setup. As I say, the car is way more responsive, and you, especially with the shifter I would say it's a night and day difference, because the shifts, this is like you're into first gear. By the time you press out, you're almost, the road almost finished. It depends on where you live, because my roads are very short. So first, second, third gear, I already finished my road already. I didn't even remember in getting to 8th gear, and that's useless for me because the road is almost finished already. But as far as the shifts goes, it's been very responsive, and I just need to do another video on driving ability and show you guys especially what I mean, and show you what I am experiencing. So look out for that video. Thank you for watching this long, boring, and a lot of chattering, but I just wanted to give you my take on the setup and give you guys some information on what you would need and how the setup was straightforward for me in some sense. And yeah, guys, so that's it for this part. I will be uploading a update on part 3, doing driving and stuff, and doing a little bit of talking as well, and showing you guys what's going on with the transmission differently. But as for now, this is my second update and more in depth of what you would need. So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting me, and I'm out. So see you on the next one, guys.